I was making a point that there are more pressing issues that I think that by now we should be discussing and that the government should be prioritizing, which includes the students not having enough to eat. I heard their accounts is red. The senior secondary school students don't have anything to eat. And this was announced by the president of CHAS. One reverend minister, I've forgotten his full name, he came and was pleading that they should ensure that these kids are fed. Is that not something that is more important that we should be focusing our energies on? I am so much aware that ever since the NDC came, we've had fuel prices adjusting like 3 times, and so far about 1 cedi 50 pesos increase on fuel. And nobody seems to care about that. Nobody's actually talking about that. And the livelihoods of people is still not getting better, which you said you will be doing. But what did they decide to do immediately they came into power? They decided to immediately start baptizing themselves. I call it the political baptism. Trying to whitewash themselves, trying to make themselves appear, like to give themselves a better appeal. I intentionally wore a white and black because this is the color the NDC came into office with, very dark. But now they are interested in whitewashing themselves to look whitish. Why do you want to waste your precious time in whitewashing yourselves when you can do something different? You claim that if you come, you make the living conditions of Ghanaians better. And I think that is what you should be doing. All the cases that Beatrice postulated and tried to give the defense to why, which of course she took that from Dr. Ayine's, what do you call it, his briefing to the press, to me it's not necessary. Because he could have still done that, they call it what, nolli prosequi, NP, let me call it NP, going forward. He could have still done it without actually explaining anything to us, and that is fair.
Oh.
No, he could have still done it without explaining.
But your own party officials, leaders in parliament, party leaders,
that is why I said he could have still done it. Yes, but he could have also decided not to explain.
Okay.
Because it is not a constitutional provision for him to explain, okay, which is fair. And, you know, I am so disappointed to have heard him say that the president was not aware.
He never said that.
Like, he didn't necessarily have to, the president didn't have to actually ask him to do the things that he did, and that he did it because he thought that the case was null and void and that it wouldn't last. Look, he was
only trying to imply that the president did not influence.
Sure. Decisions. Whether he influenced it or not, my sister, I think it is dangerous. It is dangerous that you could do something of this sort without actually sorting for the input of the president. Because these are high-level criminal cases, though none has been found guilty, but at least, let due process follow through. I heard gov't Dame indicate that in the Fourth Republic, there has never been this kind of precedence where an AG whitewashes a politically exposed person, like in such high-profile cases like the ones that he just issued the NP, as I said, I'll be using. It is actually unheard of. And since he has decided to start that way, I think it is unfortunate. I think it is unfortunate that high-level criminal cases that your government convinced Ghanaians that when you come, you are going to implement what they call the oral whatever to recover all loots, has rather turned into a mass clearing, a mass political baptism of politically exposed people. And some of these cases have to do with cases that you talk about billions of Ghana cedis. Don't you think it is good for the oral committee to also look into these cases? Don't you even think that the office of the special
prosecutor oral committee's mandate?
I know that is not, but they don't even have a mandate to begin with.
Exactly.
It is just a political gimmick.
How?
You already said they don't have a mandate.
They don't have a mandate to look into cases. They have a mandate to gather the information. Well, however you want to
Yeah, that is it. They have the mandate to gather conconsa. Because I don't see it. You see, it was just a way of getting Ghanaians to have this I don't know how to describe the kind of, and they succeeded in convincing a lot of people that they actually have the balls to come and prosecute people. After this mass baptism, come on, let's check out of this madness before we all get into the madness with them. Please, we beg you, our sanity is very important. If you are trying to set up your own thing and to dance around it, and to, please do that, but don't try to pull Ghanaians into this mess. As I indicated, we have more pressing issues, and I even think that the address by the AG is actually needless. He shouldn't have even started it in the first place.
So what
just issue it, because you are given that power. I heard they have gone on a committee setting spree where they are setting a lot of committees. And I asked myself, are you telling me that whilst you were in opposition, you didn't have alternatives to the problems of Ghanaians? But one interesting thing that I have also observed is that they have actually set aside a committee to look at revising our constitution. And I think that this noli prosequi has to be one of the things that they have to look at it. Because it is a way for politicians to whitewash themselves. It is a way of politicians to rape the constitution. It is a way for politicians to have their way with the conscience and the goodwill of the people. And I think that they should be amending that constitution. It is one of the things that I will propose.
The chairman by removing noli prosequi from the constitution?
Not necessarily removing it entirely, but there should be something to actually, try to curb some level of,
abuse.
Like some high-profile cases.
Some level of abuse.
Yes. I think something should be done about it. I'm not an expert at the law, and which you already know. I am only speaking as an ordinary Ghanaian and how I view the whole situation and the way I appreciate it and understand it. This is how I see the whole case, and this is how I am going to approach it.
This is just posted about some 30 minutes ago, so it's recent, just coming in. Post from Global Info Analytics Executive Director. So, Ayillah, why are you not looking at these trends and, as a political party, focus on issues that will let you appeal more to the people? Because if these polls are being conducted and a greater percentage is showing positivity to the government in power now, then there's something else you have to do than just believing in what you think is a fact or is the truth.
I don't think that any political party should be entertaining those ideas that they are being loved. No. Anything can actually happen, as Prof was told. Listen, the NPP was also loved some time back. But for some reasons, Ghanaians thought that they would unlove us. And same can be done to the NDC. This goodwill they are enjoying might be short-lived, looking at the way they are going. That mass political baptism that they have subjected themselves is going to be one of the things that will erode and will continue to deplete the goodwill that the people of Ghana has given them. And I think that if they should continue in this trajectory, they are going to fall into the ditch even before 2028 approaches. This is just from where I am coming from. Because from one of the things I gathered, people claimed and they said that we did not listen. True. To some, we didn't listen. But are they not also doing same? Ghanaians are crying that we don't want you to sack our children because they are all Ghanaians. And you have the NDC coming out and saying we are going to prioritize our own and to give them employment first. You cannot tell me that all the people that voted for the NDC are actually all NDC. What are you doing? Are you not eroding the love they have for you?